And I will not cry also, although you will expect me to. You thought I would fall apart, that silence would drown me whole, that I would reach out with trembling hands, but I would not, because I knew I was wiser too than you had expected. For I knew all along you were mine, not in the way the world measures love, not with promises or rings made, not with perfect endings, but in the space between words, in the breath between soft moments, in the quiet way my name softened whenever you said it slow, even when you tried not to care much. You thought you had hidden it well enough, but love leaves traces in eyes that hold a little too long, in laughter that waits for one face only, in anger that trembles like love in disguise. I saw you still, even when you tried to turn your face into stone, even when you let silence be your answers, even when you said, I don't know what I feel. I did not need you to say it aloud because I had already heard it in the hush that followed my name, spoken, in the way your hands remembered mine, even when you pulled away. So, no, I will not cry. Tears are fear for endings, but I never believed in ours. You may walk away, you may choose distance over depth, but I know this tear all loves that live quietly even in absence deep. And mine was never loud once. Mine never begged for anything more. It simply stayed still in the fold of letter never sent. In a song I stopped midway because it reminded me of you. In the way I still pause when someone speaks your name again. They say love should be brave, should shout from rooftops, but some loves whisper, some loves stand still while everything else moves, and some know how to wait long without waiting at all. I don't hate you, and that might surprise you someday. I don't wish you regret or nights without reserveful sleep. I only hope that one day when the world grows quiet again and your heart begins to remember, you will feel it, the truth of us, not the version written in arguments or tangled in missteps, but the quiet bond that always held strong, the kind of love that doesn't need seeing to be real enough. And maybe then you will understand why I did not fall apart then, why I stood in the silence without falling to knees. It was not pride, never. It was knowing deep It was love that had grown beyond needing any proof. It was the strength of someone who had given everything without losing herself ever. Because while you were unsure still, I was certain always. While you were running, I was still inside. And while you looked for something you could never name, I was becoming it. And so, I will not cry, I will walk away with my head high. Not because I don't feel this, but because I do deeply, fully, endlessly too. And I will take this love with me, not as a wound, but as a quiet light held. A reminder that I was capable of something pure and real still. That I loved someone not for who they promised to someday be, but for who they were already. Even in confusion deep, that's the kind of love I offered you. The kind you don't understand then, but one day might. And maybe then, when you finally see clear that I was not trying to trap you down, that I was not trying to hold you low, you will remember that I was the one who stayed still even when I let you go. Because love is not about holding tight always. Sometimes love is the hand that opens wide even when it aches to hold. So go, if you must now, but now, this alone you were never walking away from a goodbye, only from someone who saw you clearer than you have ever seen yourself. And I will not cry. I will carry this love like a secret prayer said, softly, proudly, forever so.